Okay, Wayne, I'm back.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back, Wayne.
I was getting a snack.
A snack?
Mm-hmm.
Aw, I didn't get a snack.
Too bad. Sucks to be you.
Too late. Too late to be great.
Yep. All right.
Speaking of great, brown dwarfs. It's Friday, January 20th. This is the Steiger-Olson report, and we are talking about brown dwarfs again. That's all we ever talk about. Blah, 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 blah. What's up, Wayne?
Well, because as we continue to get better science, better understanding of the dynamics of the universe, our galaxy. You know, I read somewhere before someone said, well, we had been in this part of space, a couple of billion years ago. I don't think so. I mean, that's not how the universe works. We don't go back in, let's say, if we go back to the beginning of the first century. We don't go back
to the same area of space over and over again. In other words, you're saying we're going through like just endless, like infinite space.
Yes, absolutely. I
mean, more like the Starship Earth.
We are.
Right.
I mean, seriously.
I always thought it was ridiculous when they talked about biodomes. Aren't we already living in one?
That's exactly what we're doing.
I always thought that was ridiculous. Like, we basically live on a big rock flying through space with an atmosphere on it.
And that is exactly what we're doing. And we're going through space at incredible speeds.
People don't realize how fast we're going.
I do not. I mean, the fact that we're spinning at 1,004 miles an hour, right? And then the fact that we are moving at some 67,000 miles an hour. And then our sun is moving at some 480,000 miles an hour. And our galaxy is moving at something at, and I have the formula, but it's apparently hauling ass.
It's all going fast. Let's just say it for like layman talk. It's like we're booking.
So what I wanted to point out here for everyone to see is that we have really been on this. We have the documentation. We have discussed this in depth. Our physicist has continued to going into what we can only take. We don't have our own satellite out there yet.
We're making these papers available. That's why we're just clicking through them, but we're going to make them available to you via a link below. If you'd like to download or read any of these. But Wayne, what's your summation of some of the things that we're learning recently from our physicists?
My summation is this. They know. They know.
They know.
I mean, what do you want me to say? It's the only thing you can say. Listen, you've got multiple camps. And in our little camp, which includes some great people out there, I'm just so tired of all this viciousness. You know, everyone has a little piece of this puzzle. We've got a little piece here, and we're fortunate by the relationship that we had from a 10-year professor who came and had either great mercy on us or was pitying us and said, well, you know, let me help you guys out from not making such big fools of yourself. And look at this. This report came out in December. My point is, we got papers that date back until early summer last year.
Right.
And so, Steve, my whole point to all of this, they know, we know. It's a question of what's the cause, because we've got two other mysteries, like you had on your son. By the way, I want to show everyone, you don't think that there's some freaky stuff happening? How do you like this? Looks like Colorado, doesn't it? Actually, that's the Sahara.
The Sahara Desert like?
Yeah.
Oh my. Yeah, things are just normal.
Or Saudi Arabia, excuse me, not the Sahara. I believe it's the Saudi Arabia. Let's just make sure on this.
No, yeah,
the Sahara.
Yeah.
It's the Sahara. So
here in Desert Town.
By the way, I heard one of the most interesting theories, Mr. Olson. And yes, the reason why I call him Mr. Olson is that in radio, that's what you do. Oh, I know. We're not on radio, but hey, we're still
Well,
using.
I will call you Mr. Steiger.
Hey, well, thank you, sir. Remember Laurel and Hardy? Well, thank you, Ollie. So I saw this interesting video, and the gentleman on the commentary made the point that if you take and do the calculation computationally of the amount of sand that is particularly in the Sahara Desert, there's a problem because there's too much sand for the amount of the erosion and the other natural process of our ecology. He also had the theory that the Devil's Tower in, is that South Dakota? Or is it Wyoming?
Oh, I think it's Wyoming, but I
think it is Wyoming.
I'll go look. Okay, go.
So pull that up, and I'll leave the link to his video because it was the most intriguing thought, and this is what I like about what we do.
Make sure that you send me that link, though.
Yeah, so you pull up the Devil's Tower on that, and I'll get when we get off recording, I'll get that sent to you, was the fact that you look at the Devil's Tower,
Wyoming.
It looks like a tree stump. I'm going to turn it back over to you so everyone can see what we're talking about.
Oh, yeah, I got it right here. This is the National Park Service. Thank you, National Park Service. You guys do a great job.
Love you guys.
Some ranchers would very much disagree, but it's a tough world. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, here's a picture of Devil's Tower.
So if you begin to look at it right there in that profile, look at the base. Look at it. It looks like a petrified tree stump. In fact, as you go across the world, and I'm going to leave the link to this guy's YouTube channel.
And I'll leave the link to this so you can explore this stuff.
So you look at the base and then start doing your comparative analysis to petrified tree stumps around the world. Imagine a world where the giants ruled. And that these giants, according to the book of Enoch, was 3,000 royal cubits. That would make these giants over 4,500 feet tall. Imagine a world where the trees could easily have grown 5,000 to 6,000 feet.
Huh.
Now, think about the Anunnaki. Let's go back to the Sahara Desert. Imagine a species mining, terraforming a planet. You would have large debris, right? A debris field. I mean, I like watching Gold Rush, you know?
Yeah.
Parker Snobble. I mean, there's a man after my own heart. Young entrepreneur, but the point is, in all of the mining we do today, there's still large debris fields. Now, if you were mining a planet on a global scale and you had the ability to where, let's say, if you were culturally 4,000 feet tall, you'd have a different world, wouldn't you?
Well, there you go. And then we would be just little teeny ants.
Well, you know, the book of Job, we know it says very clearly there that it talks about the Leviathan and the Stegosaurus.
There you go.
There you go. I don't know.
I don't know.
But my point is that there is so much about our past, Steve, that, as you said earlier, we are indeed the species with amnesia. I'm trying to get Robert Sepher on for an interview because it's becoming more and more evident that we cannot remember our past. And then what happens, we can't rely on even the documents that read. And so what we begin to do is that we begin to add to it of whatever that particular generation or whatever is.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, again, this is what is the span of our own memory, and if we don't have the knowledge that we can rely on from a historical perspective to get a realistic, view of what's happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I think this again, this kind of takes us back to the geopolitics, right? And we had the inauguration of President Trump today. And just for the record, I was a Bernie Sanders supporter. I've said it before, and Wayne has been a strong supporter of Trump
from the very beginning.
Did we have one argument about the exchange of power, Wayne, between you and I?
No, we did not. No, we did not.
And why did we not have an argument about it, do you think?
I think it's because there is a balance in understanding democracy. It's the spirit of democracy. Debate is good. It's healthy. New ideas emerge at it. But as long as it's a respectful debate.
Right.
Not one where I'm going to tear you down personally because of your personal life. I don't give a damn about your personal life.
Well, not only that, what I'm kind of pointing to is the fact that it's like there's just all this scare and fear and everything, and then
Listen, I met Donald Trump back in 1991. Was right there at the Taj Mahal Hotel, and he's a good man. He really is. And I think if people would get past what the machine is feeding them and understand, put yourself in this position. I saw the transition today, and when the oath of office was administered, you could